Yo, what's up, Tuxedo? Doing alright.
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse obsoleta. La tua nuova corazza è una Mark 6, arrivata questa mattina da Songnam. Vaci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso. Ok. Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta. Ora disattivo gli inibitori. Muoviti un po' per ambientarti. Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando a distanza. Fai attenzione perché non ho intenzione di ripetermi. Questa stazione verificherà gli scudi energetici a ricarica. Gli scudi della tua nuova corazza sono molto resistenti, molto efficaci. Tombola! Come puoi vedere, si ricaricano molto più velocemente. Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, è finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah, vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il mirino.
It's Italian, yeah.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato.
I change it whenever people give me $10.
Ah, la terra. Sono anni
That
che non lo
line
vedo.
sounds so gruff.
Quando sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici. E ora guarda, Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme geostazionali.
Question comes up a lot.
Fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare
I haven't seen a sign yet, have you? I don't know, unless the mustache is for steel. Might be.
Alright.
Il fuoco concentrato di Atene e Malta nulla
Boom,
potrebbe superare
scrolling
in questa
Reddit.
forza da battaglia. Da stamattina che arrivano astronavi. Nessuno dice molto, ma c'è qualcosa di grosso nell'aria.
Allarme. Nemico in avvicinamento. Ai posti di combattimento. Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione. Vigilare le porte pressurizzate.
Trovato granata!
Aprire le radarchiere delle armi.
Oh, I heard him coming too. What's up, Canner?
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse obsoleta. La tua nuova corazza è una Mark 6, arrivata questa mattina da Songnam. Vaci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto, di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso, ok? Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta, ora disattivo gli inibitori. Muoviti un po' per ambientarti. Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando a distanza. Fai attenzione perché non ho intenzione di ripetermi. Questa stazione verificherà gli scudi energetici a ricarica. Gli scudi della tua nuova corazza sono molto resistenti, molto efficaci. Tombola! Come puoi vedere, si ricaricano molto più velocemente. Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Yeah, it's in Italian.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah, vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il mirino della tua A2.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato di invitarlo. Ah, la terra. Sono anni che non la vedo.
Catches me off guard every time I hear that line.
Quando sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici. E ora guarda, il Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme geostazionarie. Il fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare una nave da guerra Covenant.
What time do the Lakers play
Il
tonight?
fuoco
Is it
concentrato di
6?
Atene e Malta nulla potrebbe superare in legge questa forza da battaglia.
6:30.
Da stamattina
I'm thinking they might get reverse swept. It's never happened in NBA history,
qualcosa di
and
grosso.
it just seems like it would be the funniest thing to happen. I'm cheering for old man LeBron to make it to the next round, but their team's kind of trash.
Allarme.
They went up 3-0, and no team has ever blown a 3-0 lead in the NBA playoffs ever. So if they get reverse swept, they will be the first.
A tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento.
But this is only game 6 as well, so they got tonight and then another chance. Yeah, what's up, defend? Game 6 tonight's gonna be crazy. I was talking about Lakers. Defense probably talking about hockey.
Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione. Vigilare le porte pressurizzate.
Wish that tracked somebody.
Aprire le rastrelliere delle armi.
No, what am I doing? I don't have enough ammo. There isn't any ammo. Where are the weapons?
Oh, stanno abbandonando Atene.
Cortana, quadro tattico.
L'esplosione proveniva dall'interno di
Oh, I
Atene.
probably have sound messed up down there.
L'attacco dei Covenant era mirato all'inserimento
Should
di
be
una
better.
Allora è sicuro che ne hanno portata una anche qui. Provala, capo.
What's up, Jack? Dead.
Cos'è quella? Un'arma o una torcia? Avanti, capo, di qua!
Ero quasi a bordo quando sono comparsi.
Non tema, signora, siamo qui.
Don't kill me. Dead.
Signore, gli assalitori sono nel centro di montamento.
Come va?
Hanno una bomba.
Gli assalitori.
What's up, Joe?
Annientiamo quegli incrociatori uno alla volta. Secondo Echelon, vieni a bada ai trasporti.
Registrazione di tutti i vascelli nemici a portata. 13
Andiamo via.
2 trasporti d'assalto.
Don't
Sarà
kill
un
me.
I trasporti stanno sfondando, signore. Sono diretti verso il
Still
fiume.
living.
Cortana, concentro il fuoco sul primo trasporto. Ammiraglio, bisogna fare il possibile con il secondo.
Tutta informazione. Seguitemi.
Il primo trasporto ci ha ignorato, signore. È passato attraverso i detriti di Malta e si è diretto verso la Terra. Giusto per farlo presente, ci sono dei ranger elite a guardia della bomba. Pensa a qualcosa.
He just got killed by his team. It doesn't happen that often. They can team kill super combine, but usually it's off of like ricochets or something because they don't like to aim directly at their teammate. They're programmed to stop shooting.
La missione
It
non
doesn't
può
happen very
aspettare.
often.
Diamoci una mossa, Marine.
You're trying to get sub 15 Cairo? Just do what I did there. That was a 5-minute Cairo. It's so hard. 450, I think. Yeah, no, Cairo is deceptively hard. The streamers and the top speedrunners make it look easy because we've practiced it a million times, but even knowing the strategies, it's hard. Co-op is harder if someone dies. Yeah, just have him hide. You copy me since you've seen my stream and tell your friend to hide. It's the same thing. Yo, what? Yo, what's up, Joe?
Sergente, ho bisogno di te su quel mezzo.
Signora?
I miei Pelican stanno per iniziare a
What the?
portare mezzi corazzati.
Sono felice che tu
How'd
sia
you do
venuto.
that?
Avranno bisogno di una scorta che non tema il fuoco nemico.
Covenant a volontà. Seguitemi.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
Non facciamoci vedere.
Ricevuto. Vi terrò d'occhio io. In bocca al lupo, capo.
Alright. I don't think I've ever seen that guy just be instant dead. He got stuck by the grunt, but he survives the stick, so he got stuck and also got dealt damage.
Le truppe Covenant si concentrano sotto il trasporto. Non credo che vogliano che tu salga a bordo.
Like before I could even peek.
Metti bravo verso il centro cittadino.
I mean, you can lose 1 minute here or there. You don't have to get a 15-minute Cairo. Just get it like a 5-minute metro and a 5-minute outskirts and you'll be fine. That'll make up for it. You should be able to mostly copy my strats on outskirts. Like, unironically, you can do exactly what I just did.
Sono sorpresi, confusi. Non si aspettavano la nostra presenza qui, né la mia né la tua. Non si aspettavano niente. Sembra strano, lo so, ma spiegherebbe perché sono qui con una flotta così esigua.
Nothing I just did in this run in this outskirts is difficult at all. Maybe you could argue the driving path is slightly hard through like this room, but you have a checkpoint.
Lo sai, dovrai davvero iniziare a tenere il conto.
Six-minute outskirts, yeah, I mean that's still probably good enough too. Really, you just need a decent regret and a decent grapevine. 3 hours is not that fast. Am I really gonna die? I'm not gonna die. This game is very hard, but if you know the speedrun strats, we have it pretty optimized at this point where you can pick it up and learn it real fast. If you've watched the streamers and you slow down at some of the hard parts, like one thing you probably aren't doing, Jack, is after Hangar 2 you can get a checkpoint. If both of you wait up top, don't wait in the stairs next to the door, wait above where like the flat area is, you can get a checkpoint right after Hangar 2. So that'll make the like that whole second half way easier so that when you die you don't have to redo everything. Just getting that checkpoint should make it where it's way easier for you.
Ci sono, possiamo andare. Altri, qui! Addosso! In arrivo! Avanti, pressione! Concentrazione! A volte sembra quasi che quelle cose siano intelligenti. Forza nemici!
Non male come comitato di benvenuto.
What's up, Swerve? up, Bobby? No, I'm getting melted. Come on, don't kill me. Go this way.
In quell'edificio sono intrappolati diversi marini. Concentrati sui rami, sono i più pericolosi.
Quando ho chiesto dei rinforzi, non mi aspettavo di vedere arrivare uno Spartan. Abbiamo dei guai.
No, a lot of the enemies are actually easier on MCC because their AI glitches out at 60 FPS. There's some places where each game is easier or harder, but overall the classic is quite a bit harder.
Non credo che si fermerà. Giù la testa!
First of all, playing at less than 30 FPS and the lag you get is crazy compared to the modern experience. You're fighting the old hardware, the old controller.
Dobbiamo far fuori uno scarab.
The 360 controller is like built in, like 12% in dead zones. The game barely reaches 30 FPS. There's tons of built-in lag. Checkpoints cause lag. Enemies loading in causes lag. You have to play around it, and like lag will eat your inputs. So like if you do a sword fly while it's lagging, then you didn't do a sword fly. So you have to know when the lag spikes are going to come and what causes them. Sometimes where you look causes a lag spike. Sometimes like loading in the next room will do it. There's a lot of like just skill around the lag, but that's just the hardware aspect of it. The AI, the game is actually different on Classic versus MCC. So like on Sacred Icon, for example, the enemy flood, they just glitch out and they don't shoot at you. They fall in the hole and die on their own. They get stuck on the wall doing the climbing animation. Basically, any enemy that is like supposed to do an animation and then attack you, they all glitch out. So like, there's Rocket Flood on Quarantine Zone that are supposed to jump out of the hole and then shoot at you. They never shoot rockets because they glitch out. So Quarantine Zone driving's way easier. Sacred Icon ending's way easier. You get to be invincible on Oracle. The Oracle's way easier. But there's some things on Classic that are easier, like I can pick up the Envy Skull and become invisible after Delta Halo. So Gravemind is a little bit easier for me on Classic. But you also walk faster and jump higher on Master Chief Collection, which makes the enemies just shoot you less because you move faster. You sword lunge faster, you sword fly further. Everything is just a little slidier on MCC. Uh-oh.
Tenete duro. Siamo in pericolo. Luce dei profeti.
What are you doing up there? Oh shit.
Altri eretici nel passaggio sotto di noi.
Guidarmi è stato un gesto.
I'm playing on Classic because this is the game that I enjoy playing. I've been speedrunning longer than Master Chief Collection existed, so like I just like playing the original game. I don't really like all of the changes that all the changes I just listed. Like some of them make MCC like more accessible for modern players, like the FPS and the modern peripherals and stuff like that. Like I get why people like Master Chief Collection, but I've just been playing this game this way for so long that I don't really want to play the new one. Shouldn't have camoed there. I don't like the changes. Like the fact that everything is slightly different frustrates me. Like I just experienced it and I'm like, oh, that's not right. It shouldn't do that. Like most people it doesn't matter because they wouldn't even notice, but I'm kind of a hyper nerd at this game. So all the differences just kind of bother me.
Uccidetelo, fratelli miei. Io difenderò l'oracolo.
La sua verità non deve essere celata.
Gli eretici mobilitano le forze aeree, arbitra. Insegui il leader, ma guardati le spalle. Invio uno dei nostri Phantom di supporto.
What's up, Chipmasters?
Leader degli eretici in questo settore della stazione. Ripulisci la ZA e penetra all'interno. Non indietreggeremo di un
Dobbiamo avere fede.
Cos'è successo qui?
This is a good start. I feel like I probably should have died like 10 times already this run. But we're still kicking.
Chiedevo chiaramente i profeti. Un arbiter.
Vieni
Sono
fuori,
quasi
ci
ucciso.
uccideremo.
Aspetta il tuo turno.
Leader,
Silenzio.
Ma gli eretici cosa hanno fatto?
sovietici sarebbero venuti se lo avessero saputo.
Vai, arbiter, io ti seguirò all'arrivo dei rinforzi.
Ai, Arby. There aren't any differences playing on the original Xbox versus the 360, except for hardware differences like lag and loading times. In terms of like gameplay differences, everything's the same. But it lags a little bit more. It looks a little bit different because of the way the graphics load, and loading time and lag feels... you can notice it for sure. But they were like cross-compatible back in the day. When you were playing multiplayer on Xbox Live, you could play Xbox 360 and OG Xbox players could match against each other. It's both reading the same CD, it's the same game. There's not a 360 version of this game. It's just the OG Xbox version works on both consoles. There's still no 37. It says 37.
testa! Non possiamo mantenere la posizione!
Portate i Phantom vicino alla miniera. Non ce ne andremo prima che il leader degli Heretic sia morto. Ripieghiamo! Arbiter, i Flood si sono diffusi in tutta la stazione. Non abbiamo truppe per fronteggiare un contagio così esteso. Trova il leader degli Heretic e uccidilo. Ora! Là, il leader degli Heretic! Guerrieri, torniamo alla Z. L'arbiter proseguirà verso l'alto, sgancerà la stazione e costringerà l'eretica a uscire allo scoperto.
No.
Che i nostri signori guidino la tua mano.
Ricorderemo il tuo sacrificio.
Tieni a portata di mano la tua lama. Il capo.
Everything's fine.
Tutti i miei Phantom sono in volo. Coraggio, taglia il cavo.
I mean, there's quite a bit of downtime in the run. Chat doesn't usually throw me off too much. I know when I can look at chat and when I can't. It makes streaming more tolerable. If I mean, if I didn't have Twitch chat and YouTube chat, and you guys support me, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, it's the only way I can do it. Don't forget to support the stream.
Ultimo capo, arbiter.
What's up, Cora?
Ce l'ha fatta. La stazione è in caduta libera. Il leader degli Heretic si muove. Non lasciatelo scappare. Noi resteremo qui il più a lungo possibile.
verità! Per la verità e per il Covenant!
Sei ancora vivo, arbiter. Stiamo tenendo il passo il meglio possibile.
Abbiamo salvato.
Che follia. Non riuscirà mai a fuggire con un banshee. Là, c'è un cacciaserra. Arbiter, sai...
Yo, Canner, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Come hanno fatto i profeti a comprare la tua fedeltà, arbiter? Un nuovo comando, una nuova flotta. O con la loro bugia, con il grande viaggio. sono le armi arbiter? Dove sono i risultati? Tutto questo tempo, tutti questi sforzi, e il massimo che i precursori hanno saputo fare è stato congelare le creature. E ora dove sono questi dei che i profeti vorrebbero? Ascesi al cielo.
Alright.
Vieni, arbiter, lasciati ti mostri che sono.
Pretty good Oracle.
Questa struttura mineraria è antecedente all'installazione alfa di centinaia di anni.
Signore, dobbiamo neutralizzare quelle torrette!
What is blowing up? Why did I hear like a couple big explosions? Don't take that. Hey, where's my board prompt? Hello? Okay, you can have it. Whatever. Cheers. Childish about it.
no, ci avviciniamo a un'altra struttura.
That melted me the other day. I didn't like. The skull allows me to camouflage. So now there's a couple sections as Master Chief will all be able to sneak by using camo like Arbiter would.
Nessuna notizia degli Numberclad nella rete da battaglia Covenant. Molto strano. I Covenant sapevano che saremmo sbarcati, ma a quanto pare non ci considerano una minaccia. Gli faremo una bella sorpresa. Attenzione! Guardie d'onore!
Wow. I got obliterated so fast. Man, I can't believe I missed my melee there. First one should have killed, and then the second one I just got obliterated. I was even behind that little ledge. I was like, I had cover, and he still like hit every shot. Brutal.
Slayer.
Wait, they didn't even blow up. How's that even possible?
Suicide.
I hate losing runs so late. It's so frustrating. Especially at the end of Delta Halo, man. Here's my double bounce. Midship is the only one you can't really get out of at all. There's like no valid space to stand anywhere out of the normal play. You can like technically get out and then die, but you can't like roam around freely. But yeah, every other map you can get out of. Congrats, Fortune. There's a spot you know of. Oh, I guess technically those little windows count. Yeah, honestly, that's like as close as you can get. Those kind of count. Above both bases, towards the middle of the map, there's just a ledge, and then there's a barrier preventing you. It's like just a box that's about like this big, like just like a small little like area. But you're not supposed. It's a walled off area, so I guess you can consider it out of bounds. Any bounce spots in campaign? Yeah, there are, but they're not very useful because there's a fall timer in campaign. So like, if you go this high in campaign, okay, not that high, but if you go really high in campaign, you have to come back down, and when you come back down, the game kills you. I can show you. Here's like one that's a kind of fun one, and there are some that have like some small uses, especially if your goal is to go like extremely safe and like skip all the enemies possible. There are some super bounces you can do to like skip some sections, but for the most part they're not faster, they're not safer, they're just kind of fun. Alright. So super bouncing works exactly the same in campaign. You crouch under a spot, you get up on a ledge, you jump, and you land on another spot. Get a better weapon here. Okay, so that's probably high enough to kill me, right? Yeah, so even that little bounce just killed me. I can do better than that. We'll go higher. I was gonna land up there, that's the goal. There's a little ledge up there we can land on. But that's a pretty good example of why they're not very useful. You have to have a destination. If you don't have a target that you're landing towards, just like bouncing aimlessly will just make you die. But if you do have a destination, you can explore some cool ledges. There's nothing up here. This is like where the cutscene starts. Master Chief like comes down the elevator. But as you saw, even this is too tall, so we'll die. There are some other super bounces. I wouldn't say this one's very useful, but it's kind of an entertaining one. It can be used to skip a set of enemies if you really want to skip them, but this section's also pretty easy, so. I still want to recreate some of those on actual classic Fortune. I think it'd be cool. Possible, yeah, definitely. Too bad you can't pause buffer.
Avanti, guerrieri, non temiamo né morte né dolore. Vai, arbiter, io ti seguirò quando arriveranno i rinforzi.
Enforcer!
Non fermatevi, sto arrivando.
Yeah, well, the reason it doesn't make you die when you do a sword fly is you can't fall timer while in the middle of a sword lunge. So like, you see, I'm in the lunge. As soon as I stop, I start to fall. Now that I'm falling, I can die. But while you're in the middle of the lunge, you can't die.
Non fermatevi, sto arrivando.
That's how the Uprising fall timer ghost trick works. If you've ever seen where I drive the ghost off the edge on Uprising. Alright, check out the super bounce. I like this one, my lineup's kinda cool for it. If you, where was it? Let me see if I remember. So you bonk, you hold forward, you jump. I'll remember it. What is it? Is that it? No. Hold on. Trying to remember my lineup. It has something to do with bonking to lose all my momentum. Just gotta remember what it was. I think it was run into it, jump, jump. Is that not it? Why am I too fast? What is it? I thought that was it. Where'd you just come from? Oh boy. Thank you. Why do I need to bonk? It's just what I use to get the correct speed. You need good speed and angle to... like, super bounces are pretty precise. When I do them in multiplayer, it may look like they're just super easy where I'm just bouncing around, but I'm using like lineups and stuff for all of them. They don't just like happen. What was my lineup? I think that is it. There we go. And so with that super bounce, you can get up here and walk around the edge. And you can walk all the way around and skip this area, but this area is really not that hard, so that's not a very useful super bounce. No. If you want to get good at sword flying, just do what I'm doing right here. Come into this room, grab a rocket launcher, and sword fly at these people. I can't even hit him. But it's easy practice. The checkpoint's close. I mean, especially if you're on easy, you shouldn't really be dying depending on who you're flying at. But you can just practice your sword flies over and over. Sword flies are rusty.
Non fermatevi, sto arrivando.
It's my red. Do you always get a jump with the sword fly? Yeah, you get like one free jump while you're in midair. You can jump an extra time. So I won't jump. Now I did jump. It's kind of subtle if it's if you're like more flat, but so you can. I jumped towards the end there. You normally, when you're doing speedruns, if you're doing sword flies, you want to time the jump such that you pass over the enemy. But you don't want to go like too high because then you're like wasting speed. So you want to be like as flat as possible and just like barely skim over the top of the enemy a lot of times. Have I tried any storage launches with the fuel rod yet? No. I guess the only easy place is like uprising. You said it's basically just like one crouch after the other. Too bad there's no fuel rod in multiplayer. If it was easy timing, I...
Ci hanno tradito. Il concilio.
Maybe I can get this crazy new strat. It's so hard to get aimed fast enough there. That was pretty good. Alright, let's see if I can get a checkpoint like that. I guess this thing's kind of hard to do it on. I need to like shoot like I did.
L'arbitro è qui. Sta cercando di sfuggirci.
I don't know about
Forse questo saprà.
don't crouch until I fire. So just fire then crouch, or do them at like the same time? What's your suggestion? You start spamming right after. I think I got that. I think I got that one there. I don't know. That's pretty tight on the timing. What if I started crouched and then uncrouched?
Muori, miserabile.
Do I do another run? I gotta turn off camo. We should do another run. I am just burning out on this Deathless grind. Deathless is so boring. It's not boring, it's like soul crushing. I just hate making it an hour in on a run and then having to restart. It's one thing when it's like an accumulation of mistakes. And like, so when I'm doing normal speedruns, I basically have a bank of mistakes that I'm allowed to make. If I make like 1 minute's worth of mistakes, then I have to reset. And usually that 1 minute doesn't come all at the same time. It's like 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there. And so if the run's bad, by the time I've lost like 2 minutes, I know I've lost 2 minutes. So it's like, it doesn't hit you all at once. But with Deathless, you can be playing perfectly for 90 minutes, get to the very last level, and just in an instant, boom, over.
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse obsoleta. La tua nuova corazza è una Mark 6, arrivata questa mattina da Songnam. Vaci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso, ok? Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta, ora disattivo gli inibitori. Muoviti un po' per ambientarti. Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando a distanza. Fai attenzione perché non ho intenzione di ripetermi. Questa stazione verificherà gli scudi energetici a ricarica. Gli scudi della tua nuova corazza sono molto resistenti, molto efficaci. Tombola! Come puoi vedere, si ricaricano molto più velocemente. Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto, Johnson, per cui tappati quella boccaccia.
This will be the run. We can hope.
Cerca di non
We can hope.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah, vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il mirino della tua A2.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato di invitarlo. Ah, la Terra. Sono anni che non la vedo. Quando sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici. E ora guarda, il Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme geostazionarie. Il fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare una nave da guerra Covenant. Con il fuoco concentrato di Atene e Malta, nulla potrebbe superare indenne questa forza da battaglia. È da stamattina che arrivano astronavi. Nessuno dice molto, ma c'è qualcosa di grosso nell'aria.
Allarme.
Allarme.
A tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento.
Ciao al mondo.
Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Upload.
Sigillare le porte pressurizzate.
Oh, come on, man.
Aprire le rastrelliere delle armi.
I'm dead, man. I hate it when I miss that ghost. Whatever, at least it's early in the run.
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse obsoleta. La tua nuova corazza è una Mark 6, arrivata questa mattina da Songnam. Vacci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso, ok? Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta, ora disattivo gli inibitori. Muoviti un po' per ambientarti. Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando a distanza. Fai attenzione perché non ho intenzione di ripetermi. Questa stazione verificherà gli scudi energetici a ricarica. Gli scudi della tua nuova corazza sono molto resistenti, molto efficaci. Bombola! Come puoi vedere, si ricaricano molto più velocemente. Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto, Johnson, per cui tappati quella boccaccia. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah, vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il...
Yeah, what up, Roy?
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato di...
It's this one right here. Tired of coming up short.
Ah, la terra. Sono anni che non la vedo.
You know, when I first started this challenge, Spo said to me, he said, "Am I crazy or should this only take you a couple tries?" I told him no, it's gonna take me more than a couple, but I should be able to do this. Deathless is harder than people think, especially at the pace I'm trying to go. There's just so many places you can die in this game. It's like everywhere. Actually everywhere. You let your guard down for 1 second, or you just get unlucky for 1 second, it's GG.
Allarme. Nemico in avvicinamento. A tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento.
Granata! Ok,
No.
ok, ecco che arrivano.
Non è un'esercitazione.
Tenete duro!
Ehi, guardate! Malta ha già respinto gli assalitori.
Malta, condizione attuale, passo.
Non riesco a crederci. Si ritirano. Abbiamo vinto.
Ehi, siamo messi davvero male. Meno male che sei qui, boss.
vuoto.
Oh, stanno abbandonando Atene.
Cortana, quadro tattico.
L'esplosione proveniva dall'interno di Atene, come preparato. L'attacco dei Covenant era mirato all'inserimento di una bomba.
Allora è sicuro che ne hanno portata una anche qui. Trovala, capo.
Oddio, cos'è quella? Un'arma o...
Uh-oh. Shut up, Grant. No, I didn't mean it. I was kidding. And keep complaining. Just don't shoot me.
Ero quasi a bordo quando sono comparsi.
Non tema, signora, siamo qui.
Grazie, capo. Ti devo un favore.
Primo Echelon, vieni con me. Annientiamo quegli incrociatori uno alla volta. Secondo
Sì,
Echelon,
ma avrò bisogno
vieni
del
a
campo
bada ai
di
trasporti.
con il detonatore. Registrazione di tutti i vascelli nemici a portata di mano. 13 incrociatori con trasporto. Sarà un inferno.
I trasporti stanno sfondando, signore. Sono diretti verso il Cairo.
Cortana, concentra il fuoco sul primo trasporto. Ammiraglio, bisogna fare il possibile con il secondo.
Tutta informazione. Seguitemi.
Need you guys to move. Thank you.
Il primo trasporto ci ha ignorato, signore.
Okay, this is a slow Cairo, but it's still fine.
Verso la terra. Giusto per farlo presente, ci sono dei ranger elite a guardia della
I think if I get a really fast ending, we won't be red. No, I think the ending takes 30 seconds, doesn't it? I always forget. Well, if I keep missing, it's gonna take even longer. Okay. Alright, whatever. Not bad.
La missione non può aspettare, capo.
Diamoci una mossa, Marine. Ripuliamo il luogo dello schianto, via!
Get up there.
Sergente, ho bisogno di te su quel mezzo.
Signora?
I miei Pelican stanno per iniziare a portare mezzi corazzati e rinforzi in città. Avranno bisogno di una scorta che non tema il fuoco nemico.
Ricevuto. Ti terrò d'occhio io. In bocca al lupo, capo.
Non facciamoci vedere.
Le truppe Covenant si concentrano sotto il trasporto.
Non credo che vogliano che tu salga a bordo. Quel ponte è la via più breve verso il centro cittadino.
Brother. Can I get the sniper? Will you stop shooting at me? We can get along. Psych. Just kidding, we can be friends. Like, just kidding. Idiots. Oldest trick in the book.
Capo, il trasporto ha lanciato un'ondata di capsule. Si stanno avvicinando alla nostra posizione.
They heard that? Oh no.
Questa galleria conduce al ponte. È piena di torri, se così si può. Ma è sempre meglio che non.
That the word on the street,
Ho
flea?
analizzato le comunicazioni tattiche dei
That's what they're saying.
Sono sorpreso.
Everyone's saying it.
Confuso. Non si aspettavano la nostra presenza qui, né la mia né la tua.
Imagine I got sniped.
Non si aspettavano una preso.
Yeah.
Sembra strano, insomma. Spiegherebbe perché sono qui con una flotta così esigua.
Forza, senza fermarsi!
It's rare. I've had it happen a couple times, but it's always a shock. It's crazy how sometimes you just die in this game. It's crazy. Like, literally, in the last 300 runs I've done, I haven't died to that sniper. So it's like, it's rare. It's rarer than 1%. But you can die to that sniper. Even, like, I've driven basically exactly the same every time. Even if you don't make a mistake, you can just die. But it's so incredibly rare. But there's like a million spots in the game like that. So, although there's a million rare deaths, you get a rare death like every freaking run because just something, you're rolling these dice like over and over and over. Like this section, you really shouldn't die very often. But I've already died like 5 times or more, probably 10 times out of my, since I started doing Deathless runs, I've probably died here like 10 times. I think some of that was my fault though. I was picking up the passenger marine. I think he was making it harder. I thought he was helping. I thought I was doing it to be safe, but I don't think he was. So I mean, that's probably a that's probably a bad example. I think that's a strats failure. But still, there are random deaths in this game that just like defy expectations. I think the craziest death, one of them that I've ever had, is actually coming up. So you see there's a bumper on the Warthog? If you ramp off of this little railing here, and then the bumper gets stuck in the ground, the Warthog can just explode and you can die. That's a death that I've had happen. This is a pretty risky spot. It may not look like it because I made it through with shields, but sometimes you just get obliterated there. I think that bumper in the ground death is one of the most absurd deaths I've had in the game.
Ehi, lascia che il capo vada per primo. Mi piace da morire.
Cerchiamo di evitare i sobbalzi, ok? Costa nemici!
Una cosa seria, amico. Muoviamoci!
What are some other good deaths? If you forget to give this Marine the sniper and you let him have rockets, sometimes you'll just get blown up on the bridge here. Sometimes these ghosts are a lot more mean, but usually that's a skill issue. The driving there is actually more precise than it looks. If you accidentally bonk a wall or slow down at the start, the ghosts have time to be in a different pattern and they're not as easily manipulatable, but the driving I do there is actually very well routed. It's like, everything I do is intentional. Same with here, like, I'm looking at where the ghosts are and I'm driving so that they don't shoot me. You can path in front of them so that they'll drive away from you. They don't want to like bonk into you. So you can kind of like corral them with your driving. You can get stuck here, that's a fun one. The grunt will instant throw a grenade and hit you. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. I've accidentally blown myself up with rockets here, but that's a skill issue. Will you die? Yeah, Mogami. I want that to happen because I don't have. I lost the clip. Honestly, I literally like cheer for it in my brain like every run. I've thought about it in the last couple runs. I'm like, I wonder if I'll lose this run to the cool glitch. I wouldn't mind losing a run if it's to that cool glitch. $33. Yeah, the old Twitch bot got deleted, and somebody has it on a YouTube channel. I know it's Anikade has it on one of his. He has a bunch of YouTube channels, but it's unlisted, I think. So I don't know where it's at.
In quell'edificio sono intrappolate diverse marine. Concentrati sui ragni, sono i più pericolosi.
1, 2. I probably have never sent it to you. It happened before you were a part of the community, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think I would have sent it to you. Oh, you remember seeing it? Okay, so maybe I have sent it to you. What was the bug on Oracle on the way up on the elevator? The Flood are fighting the Sentinels, yeah, you can hear them like shooting and stuff. If the Flood kill the Sentinels, they can chain react and blow up. And if a bunch of them blow up near the cables, they can actually break the cables. It's pretty common that you'll get up there and one of them will be slightly damaged, but it's incredibly rare that one will be completely destructed. And if it happens while you're in the elevator, the whole level shifts diagonally and you fall out of the elevator, and the elevator shaft, like, you can't climb it. So you basically soft lock your run, you're forced to double revert. I've only seen it happen, it's only happened to me once, ever. So it's that rare. It's so incredibly rare. It happened on recording. I have the video somewhere, like I was saying, but it's unlisted on somebody else's YouTube channel, so I don't know where it's at.
Attento, capo. Quell'elite era un'ultra. E anche i piloti non scherzano.
Will you just die?
Noi siamo la mano dei profeti, Arbiter, e tu sei la loro spada. Sii rapido e silenzioso e sradicheremo questa eresia senza incidenti. La tempesta celata è il nostro avversario. E forse ha disattivato la loro rete locale. Possiamo contare sull'elemento sorpresa, vero?
They'll get him. I didn't even know they all could spawn on the same side. They're gonna be elite up here because of that. I'm kind of nasty with it though. Hey! Jerking myself off over here. Don't rain on my parade with blue balls. No. No. I can survive. I'm the best. Nobody does it like me. Literally just matrixed it.
Un nemico. Pericolo. Attenzione!
Uccidetelo, fratelli miei. Io difenderò l'oracolo.
La sua verità non deve essere celata.
Gli eretic mobilitano le forze aeree, arbiter. Insegui il leader, ma guardati le spalle. Invio uno dei nostri Phantom di supporto.
How am I alive? It's a good question. Dude, I like strafed through the sentinel beam. How did I not take damage? I'm pretty sure I just turned into straight Neo there for a minute. I had camo and the elite pre-fired the sentinel beam around the corner. And I strafed through it, but it didn't hit me. Am I a hacker, man? Am I cheating, Mrs. Puff?
Cos'è successo qui?
Where's my Discord? I don't have like a community Discord. Why not? Because I'm not really on Discord and I don't want to be responsible for whatever community like builds out of it. It'd feel weird to have a Discord that like I don't take part in, but it's somehow supposed to be about my community. When am I gonna get one? Probably never. I don't really want the responsibility of moderating one. I don't even have Twitch moderators. Like Discord is like another layer that needs like another level of like community trust and moderation. I don't trust any of you. I mean, it would be different if I was super active on Discord myself, but I'm just not. I actually don't like Discord. I'm kind of anti-Discord. I think it's great for friend groups, like if you and your buds want to like hang out in a call and play video games and stuff. I think it's awesome for that. But what it's become for like communities, and as far as like entire speedrun communities are on Discords, I hate that. Because like, first of all, like if you get banned, you're like being banned from information. When before, like, it was just like, yeah, you can get banned from the community, but now like it's an entire like walled off garden where you can no longer like get access to the links that get made. Like, it's, so if the Discord gets deleted, you like lose the entire history of it. There's not like an internet archive backup, there's not a public archive backup, it's just hidden. I hate how it's so hidden. The old days, everything was so public. Like, I think that for personal private stuff, it's fine that it's hidden. It should be hidden. But for communities like a speedrun community, I think we're gonna lose a huge chunk of history whenever like people just inevitably delete the Discord or it gets hacked. Like, it's really easy to just delete an entire Discord and lose all of the history. It already happened once with the public Halo 2 speedrun Discord. They were trying to move it around, they were trying to rearrange the like categories, and they actually accidentally deleted like years of discussion about Halo 2. It's just gone. All of the links, all of the people that were there, all of the discussion and the history is just poof. That's already happened. And I think it's probably gonna inevitably happen a lot more to like a lot of games, and then we're just like losing everything. That's pretty fast. Oh, for the pressure launch? Yeah.
Sta arrivando la tempesta, non possiamo mantenere la posizione. Portate i Phantom vicino alla miniera, non ce ne andremo prima che il leader degli eredi.
Why did I just go with that angle? That was so risky for no reason. I almost went off the map. I normally don't go at that angle.
eretiche, uccidilo, ora! Il leader degli eretici! Guerrieri, torniamo alla Z. L'arbiter proseguirà verso l'alto, sgancerà la stazione e costringerà l'eretica a uscire allo scoperto.
Alright, is it gonna happen?
I nostri signori guidino la tua mano.
Gonna get the 1 in a million? Never lucky.
Tutti i miei phantom sono in volo, arbiter.
I did hear one of them blow up. So one of these might be weak. I heard one sentinel get down. So if the down sentinel lands like behind the cables or like right next to the top, then they can deal damage. And if 3 of them do it, or a flood damages it in some way, then the whole cable can break. This one gonna have damage? Nope. You can tell if they've been damaged because when you get here it'll be sparking. How long do I think it'll take Zoo to overtake? A week, maybe today, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, but yeah, he'll have it fast. The Halo 2 run he had yesterday was pretty insane.
Ce l'ha fatta. La stazione è in caduta libera. Il leader degli eretici si muove. Non lasciatelo scappare. Noi resteremo qui.
Le nostre vite per la verità.
That's not fair, man. They weren't shooting. I waited to make sure they weren't shooting. They took so long, and then I can't. What? They weren't shooting.
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse
Is
obsoleto.
Deathless significantly different than regular runs? Some sections are mostly the same, some sections are way different.
Le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso, ok? Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta. Ora disattivo gli inibitori. Muoviti un po' per ambientarti. Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando a distanza. Fai attenzione perché non ho intenzione di ripetermi. Questa stazione verificherà gli scudi energetici a ricarica. Gli scudi della tua nuova corazza sono molto resistenti, molto efficaci. Bombola! Come puoi vedere, si ricaricano molto più velocemente. Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto, Johnson, per cui tappati quella boccaccia. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah, vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il mirino della tua A2.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato di invitarlo. Ah, la Terra. Sono anni che non la vedo. Vado sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici. E ora guarda, il Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme.
Yeah, I knew I'd messed with it before.
Il fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare una nave da guerra come.
But I don't think I actually hit the trigger mid-air on that other one. And I think I can still get a better one.
Il fuoco concentrato di Atene e Malta nulla potrebbe superare indenne questa forza da battaglia. È da stamattina che arrivano astronavi. Nessuno dice molto, ma c'è qualcosa di grosso nell'aria.
Allarme. Nemico in avvicinamento.
Sto lanciando una granata. Granata, muoversi.
Tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento. Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione.
Meno male.
Vigilare le porte pressurizzate.
Yo, Lil Biblioteca with a $100 tip. Thank you so much.
Cortana, quadro tattico.
L'esplosione proveniva dall'interno di Atene, come per Malta. L'attacco dei Covenant era mirato all'inserimento di una bomba.
Allora è sicuro che ne hanno portata una anche qui.
Trying to reduce the sadness. Good luck, have fun. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Avanti capo, di qua.
Ero quasi a bordo quando sono comparsi.
Non tema signora, siamo qui.
No, I hate you so much.
Signore, gli assalitori sono nel centro di puntamento. Hanno una bomba.
Puoi disarmarla?
Sì, ma avrò bisogno che il capo mi porti a contatto con il detective.
Capo
Oh,
raggiunge
I thought I hit him.
Restritto gli assalitori.
Cortana, priorità sui bersagli
Ah,
e fuoco
condizione
volontario.
attuale, passo.
Grazie, Kat. Ti devo un
Non
po'.
riesco a crederci. Si ritirano. Abbiamo vinto.
I didn't want to sword him.
Primo Echelon, vieni con me. Annientiamo quegli incrociatori uno alla volta. Secondo Echelon, tieni a bada i trasporti.
Registrazione di tutti i vascelli nemici a portata di tiro. 13 incrociatori, 2 trasporti d'assalto. Sarà un
No.
Messi davvero male.
I trasporti stanno sfondando, signore, e sono diretti verso il Cairo.
Cortana, concentra il fuoco sul primo trasporto. Ammiraglio, bisogna fare il possibile con il secondo.
Tutta informazione, seguitemi.
Il primo trasporto ci ha ignorato, signore. È passato attraverso i detriti di Malta e si è diretto verso la Terra. Giusto per farlo presente, ci sono dei ranger elite a guardia della bomba. Pensa a qualcosa.
You want to make yourself angry today, Griffin? Go read the comments on Zoo's most recent Gravemind IL. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just one comment was annoying.
La missione non può aspettare, capo.
Diamoci una mossa, Marine. Ripuliamo il luogo.
Zoo got a sick Gravemind yesterday in the middle of his trilogy run. He got Gravemind IL. That's kind of insane to get Gravemind IL in a trilogy run. But I guess also he was thinking the run was dead and he had to just push it. So it also makes a little bit of sense from like the psychology of the run, but still kind of crazy.
Sergente, ho bisogno di te su quel mezzo.
Signora?
I miei Pelican stanno per iniziare a portare mezzi corazzati e rinforzi in città. Avranno bisogno di una scorta che non tema il fuoco nemico.
He was kind of just full sending that whole run. Because he was so far behind after Halo 1. So I think he just kind of like was just going.
Le truppe Covenant si concentrano sotto il trasporto. Non credo che vogliano che tu salga a bordo. Quel ponte è la via più breve verso il centro cittadino.
Yeah.
Capo, il trasporto ha lanciato un'ondata di capsule. Si stanno avvicinando alla nostra posizione.
Now he can start taking 109s. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he technically could get world record with a 109 start, but I think he only took that 109 because it was 3 hours in on the stream and he was tired of playing Halo 1.
Non si aspettavano la nostra presenza qui, nella mia né nella tua. Non si aspettavano la mia presenza. Sembra strano, lo so, ma spiegherebbe perché sono qui con una flotta così esigua.
Di corsa! Granata!
No, I'm not gonna die.
Lo frega! Ecco un altro nemico.
I Covenant stanno cercando di avvicinarsi. Andiamo dietro.
A 329 trilogy? Yeah, Zoo's not getting a 329 trilogy. You're out of your mind. I mean, technically it's possible. Isn't that faster than a sum of best right now, though? But, I mean, if he PBs Halo 1 and then does exactly what he just did with Halo 2, the thing is, I don't think he would... The reason he was able to get such an insane Halo 2 recently was because he had the nothing to lose mindset. He knew that he was so far behind, he had to go for everything. And so he hit everything. But But if he just got a good Halo 1 PP, he's not gonna do the same strats. So I find it pretty unlikely that he would skip that fast of a PB. I don't think it's gonna happen. I bet he gets like a 33 pretty quickly. I wouldn't expect a 29. You gonna get in? Are you a person?
Ecco, sto arrivando.
Thank you.
Facciamolo fuori.
Andiamo.
Andiamo.
Oh sì, ci siamo. Andiamo.
Facciamo attenzione.
Yeah, Zoo's not getting a 103. He's not on that pace yet. His PB's a 105, right? You don't jump that much in CE.
Non male come comitato di benvenuto.
Tutto qui, quello che sai fare. Andiamo. Un altro punto per i buoni, ragazzi!
It's kind of a shame library is just straight up random. But it is also, it makes the run more interesting in a way. I don't hate randomness in speedruns. I think maybe library is a bit too far, but just the idea that like, it tests your consistency in a way. Like, can you make it there so many times that you eventually get lucky? And yeah, maybe it rewards a guy who can get there and get lucky once, but that doesn't really happen. Like, you have to be good enough to get that far in the first place, and nobody can really do that, so I don't know. Like, I think having some RNG gatekeeper as like, it kind of enforces consistency in a way.
In quell'edificio sono intrappolati diversi marini. Concentrati sui rai, sono i più pericolosi.
But library is probably a step too far in that randomness. Yeah, Halo 2 definitely has a lot of that. That's, I mean, obviously I enjoy the Halo 2 speedrun, I'm doing it all the dang time, but that's one of the best things about the Halo 2 run, is it's just random enough. Like, it often feels like you could have played better, you could have reacted better. But it's not the same every time either. It's different really every single time. It's crazy how much variety there is.
È terrore. Mari, ti ho dato il permesso di lamentarti.
Yeah, but thought about running Trilogy Classic. I did an interesting version of Trilogy where I ran Halo 1, 2, and 3 at the same exact time. A simultaneous trilogy. It's on my YouTube channel. I did that on easy. I've thought about returning and doing it on Legendary, but it's a lot of work, it's a lot of brain power, and I kind of want to set up my whole, like, setup better. Like, I kind of want to get foot pedals or something. I want to, if I do it again on Legendary, I want to be more hardcore about the way that I can control the characters. Because Legendary is going to be so much harder, I need to improve my layout. That sounds insane. Yeah. Even on easy, it was kind of insane. I got it to sub 3 on easy. So, I mean, technically that's the Trilogy world record. That beats the back-to-back-to-back record. And my long-term goal would, if I did Legendary, would be to try to get Legendary at sub 3. And that would be pretty insane. You hope the rivalry's in good faith? Yeah, no, they hate each other. No, they're friends. Obviously, Sloth is going to be disappointed when Zoo beats his runs, but he's not going to be mad at Zoo, he's just going to be mad at himself. And I mean, it is going to suck. Sloth's going to be sad, but it's not Zoo's fault. That's just speedrunning. I would always rather lose my speedruns to somebody I respect as well. Speedrunning's a big ego game, so like, if somebody beats you and you don't really like them, or like you don't think they're very good, or you don't respect them for whatever reason, like, you don't want those people to beat your times, but Zoo and Sloth get along, they respect each other, so they're allowed to beat each other's runs without animosity. Speedrunning's a big ego game, that's all it is. You see a guy you don't like get a time, and you're like, I can beat him, I'm better than that guy.
Arrenditi! Non combattere ancora il nemico! Altri eretici nel passaggio sotto di noi!
Meno male che me ha molta pratica in questo.
Tu sia dannato, arbite! Leggia piedi nei profeti!
What would happen if you came out of the blue with the 118? I mean, I don't think you could even cheat a convincing 118 if you tried.
Uccidetelo, fratelli miei. Io difenderò l'oracolo.
La sua verità non deve essere celata!
Gli eretic mobilitano le forze
If you ever
aeree.
did that, it would be a legit run. I mean, it is possible for stream viewers to like have a favorite streamer, copy them, and grind the strats and set world records silently. It's not an impossibility, but the thing is, by the time you get to like world record skill level, you're gonna start asking some very intricate questions because the game gets really precise. So you'd be asking me and Zoo and Mogami some questions about our runs that tell us about how good you're getting, and so then it would be less of a surprise that you like got good. There's so much like niche information though that like it would take so long to get good, and to like do it by yourself without asking any questions would be pretty insane. It would take a while.
Cosa è successo qui?
What's an example of a question like that? Like, it's just some of the minor time save whenever you start trying to set world record with the way you do slide jumps, the way you maintain momentum, like the difference between like a fast and a slow high charity, or the difference between a fast and a slow slide jump. There's just so many like niche examples of where like expert runners are saving like a half a second.
Leader.
Silenzio. Pazzi eretici, cosa hanno fatto?
Yeah, there's also like the knowledge of what is required to beat the game. Because there's certain scripts, there's certain things that are skippable. There's certain things that we're doing silently as like top runners, like we're hitting certain triggers, we're waiting certain times because we know what's required in the background of the game. So like just like for instance like right here, why do I like wait on the elevator and then leave? Where do I have to wait on the elevator? Do I have to wait in the middle? Like, do I have to kill any enemies? When do I have to come back? Like, what's the purpose of me coming back here anyway? I mean, I got a sword, but was there any other reason? I also am checking for elites. I need to kill my elite allies. Well, why do you need to kill your elite allies? Because it saves time. But why would it save time? Well, whenever you get down to the bottom area where you fight the flood, there's a door that waits for your allies, and it takes 10 extra seconds if they're alive. Even if they're like way up at the top here, it wastes 10 seconds. So like niche knowledge like that, there's so much of that in the run. How do you know when it's safe to leave the platform here? Because a lot of people just assume that like I could just leave the platform right now and continue on with the level. I get that comment a lot on YouTube, but there's a death barrier down there that doesn't allow you to continue yet. So knowing exactly when you can drop is another thing. I mean, pretty much, Joan. Not the only way. Like, if your goal was to be a secret runner, you could do it. Like, I could probably choose some random game and be a tryhard and grind it and, like, show up out of nowhere and, like, get close to record or set a record. But, like, it's just adding extra hurdles for you're making it harder for yourself. Why not just build what the community, like, build off of what the community's already done? I think the easiest way to do it, if you really wanted to do it and be a secretive, would be to have an alternate account and be, like, shady about it. And, like, join the Discord on an alt and watch all the links and read all the information and interact with the community on an alt, and then post runs on your other one. But then that's, like, disingenuous. Like, that's not the same thing. But, like, if your goal was to post a sneaky run, that would be the easiest way to do it. Because, like, there's just such a wealth of information in watching what the community's already built. To do it by yourself would be crazy. It's just a waste of time. Where is he? Who am I hearing? 51. There's a lot of subtleness to the fight in this room. So whenever I entered, I had to clear the heretics before the flood, or else it spawns reinforcement flood. And then once you kill the 4 flood and whoever reanimated, so whichever corpses came back, you have to kill all of those. Once you do that, 3 heretics will spawn in this door, and 4 flood will spawn up top. You have to kill the 3 heretics before you kill the 4 flood, or you get reinforcement flood. So you kill these guys, and then once you kill the 4 flood, a 1-minute timer will start. So I said 51, so I'm looking at the clock. Once 1 minute has passed, that's when I know I can kill these guys. So if I kill them early, then it spawns reinforcement flood, and that takes time. You have to find them, they get stuck in the holes. So now that it's past 51 on the IL timer, I know that I can kill the 4 flood. Where is number 4? Where is he? I hear him. Stuck somewhere? There you are. I'm blind.
Sta arrivando la tempesta, non possiamo mantenere la posizione. Portate i Phantom vicino alla miniera, non ce ne andremo prima che il leader degli eretici sia morto.
And I mean, some people have kind of done that. Nails basically did that. Some people were very surprised when Nails just started posting world records. Basically, Nails, I think he posted like maybe a 2nd or 3rd place run, and then immediately just started posting records. A lot of people were pretty suspicious of Nails at first because his records were insane. And he didn't really have a history. He didn't stream, he didn't talk to anybody for the most part, so nobody knew who he was. It's happened in the past that top runners have just kind of posted their runs and kept their distance from the community. It's not impossible, but although he does keep his distance in terms of not talking to anybody, he does watch all of the streams, and he does talk to some top runners. So like, he's watching and learning the strats from the top streams. He's just not talking to people because he doesn't want to, for whatever reason. but a lot of people are still suspicious of Nails, partly because he doesn't stream at all, and he just posts insane runs, and people are like, where the heck do these come from? He has some of the best speedruns of all time. Nails' runs are... Nails is probably the best... Not even probably. Nails is the best overall Halo speedrunner of all time. Zoo's getting up there in his legacy, but Nails has done it on more games, and I feel like more impressively on the stuff he's done it. But Nails has had a record on every single Halo game, and some of his records are just absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, anytime anyone brings me a suspicion of cheating and they're like, hey, I think this run by Nails is cheated, I'll look at it and I'll like try to find any evidence. And I've looked at a lot of his runs, and sometimes they do look suspicious, but I've never found anything that like actually doesn't have an explanation. He's just good. Like, he's just got good runs. He's just fast. I've tried to catch him, not because I don't trust him, but just because like I feel like if somebody comes to me with a serious complaint and they're like, I think it's cheated because, I think I kind of have an obligation to check it out. So I've watched a lot of his runs with the intentions of looking for like any signs of cheating, and there's nothing there. There's some like weird video anomalies in some of his videos, and like some people have tried to like say that he aims weird when he does DC launches, but like when you aim on controller, the aim is pretty consistent if you just hold up or down. So like the fact that he's aiming smoothly on a controller isn't really that suspicious. Like, I don't know, everything I've seen has been able to be explained either by like MCC visual glitches that have happened on other people's runs as well, or just like normal gameplay. Why am I getting obliterated?
Come hanno fatto i profeti a comprare la tua fedeltà, arbitro? Un nuovo comando, una nuova flotta. O con la loro bugia, con il grande viaggio. Guardati intorno, arbitro. Questa struttura, come molte altre, sì, è dedicata allo studio del passo. Ma dove sono le armi, arbitro? Dove sono i risultati? Tutto questo tempo, tutti questi sforzi, e il massimo che i precursori hanno saputo fare è stato congelare le credi. E ora dove sono questi dei che i profeti vorrebbero che sia il cielo. Non ci vieni, arbitro, lascia che ti mostri dove sono andato.
Signore, dobbiamo neutralizzare quelle torrette!
Don't kill me. Okay. But I mean, it's not like a complete mystery who he is. He's done co-op runs with people. He's interacted with some people in the community. He just doesn't interact or stream to the larger community. Yeah, I know he watches a lot of streams. I know one time when I was doing Delta Halo runs, he posted a Delta Halo MCC run like the next day using the like exact slide jump route that I was doing. So I know he watched my stream like that day. Even if he doesn't chat, like I know he's watching. He's picking up strats. He's learning.
Ci avviciniamo a un'altra struttura.
Yeah, I think he does what I like to do sometimes is, or I used to do it more, I don't really do it now, but I just throw a stream on in the background and grind while watching the stream. So it's like good background noise and just good grinding. So you can kind of zone out on both and just like chill. I think he used to do that, so like if I was ever grinding like Delta Halo, he'd be like, oh, that looks like fun, I guess I'll grind some Delta Halo too. What have I done if I did find cheating? Message him and ask him about it. And then probably show it to a couple other people and see what they think.
Nessuna notizia degli Number Clad nella rete da battaglia Covenant. Molto strano. I Covenant sapevano che saremmo sbarcati, ma a quanto pare non ci considerano una minaccia. Gli faremo una bella... Attenzione! Guardia con
We got him. Did his sniper stay on? Where'd it go? Demand a percentage of the ad revenue. I mean, I know Carl. I've met him. We follow each other on Twitter. We've talked in DMs and in person. So I think making random demands of him would be weird. But I mean, if I wanted to, I could collab with somebody like that. But it's not really something I'd want to do. Whenever the Moist Challenge was going on, Carl was messaging me asking if it was worth covering. And I told him, yeah, more coverage is always good. But then I sent him some other people's videos and was like, but other people are also covering it. Like Mint Blitz and a few other people had already made like relatively popular, like 100,000, couple 100,000 videos. I think Carl didn't end up making one, but I gave him all the info he needed to make a Moist Challenge video. I think he didn't finish it because it was basically just a rehash of the other videos I sent him, though. I first met Carl at, I think, GDQ 2014, maybe 2015, but he was at one of them. I hung out with the GoldenEye people for a little while. Would you invalidate the entire history of somebody's runs if you find a cheated run? It really depends. I mean, people aren't really getting caught cheating anymore. People used to get caught cheating a lot in the past, and like, it's not like any of this matters. Like, so you say invalidate their previous runs. What does that mean? I mean, if you're banning them for cheating, you're probably banning them from the leaderboard, period. So like, their account's just going to be deleted. They won't show up. So in that sense, like, you're deleting all of their runs. But like, in the world record history progression, are you saying that they never existed? I don't know. Like, I think that if the run in the history was legitimate, then it should be covered. I think even if it was found to be illegitimate, it should be covered and then said, oh, but later we found out it's cheated. So either way, it's part of the history, even if it was cheated. So like, I don't know. But again, like, there isn't a governing body. None of this matters. There is, like, nothing happens. There's no record to be stricken from. You just, like, if somebody's like cheated to the point that you think they should be banned, you ban them. You might say, oh, any cheating is just bannable, but like, if you're a kid and you're new to the community, I can understand getting caught cheating. If you're an adult and you've done it multiple times and you're like cheating world records and you've lied about it and you've doubled down, like, then those are like full, like, permanent ban worthy. But I think explaining the rules to a new runner who maybe doesn't completely understand what we're doing is like, you get like once, if you're new to the community, you can maybe get away with it. But those people are usually not even cheating world records because they're not good enough yet. Like, they're cheating like mid-tier runs and like splicing. So like, why would you even like permanently ban somebody for splicing some like mid-tier time? So I think giving those people a second chance is fine. Like when you're running a community. I think those are mostly people who are just a little bit misguided on the whole system of speedrunning. They maybe even think what they're doing was fair.
Il trasporto di rimorso ha ricevuto una risposta da alta opera. Un messaggio altamente codificato del profeta della verità. Ecco qui. La tua avventatezza ha compromesso il fine dei Covenant. Ha messo in pericolo il nostro progetto. Se la tua inettitudine resterà celata alla massa, sarà soltanto grazie a pietà e alla saggezza dei suoi consigli. Verità, pietà, rimorso. rimorso. I tre profeti Gerardi. Uccidendo rimorso dovremmo dare uno scossone ai Covenant. Ma francamente penso che finiremo per fare un favore.
Also, there's different layers of cheating. Like, using a macro is cheating, but I think using a macro is less bad than splicing, if that makes sense. I think if you're splicing, that's like maybe the worst layer of cheating you can do. Short of like also hacking, where you, if you like edit your player speed to be like twice as fast or something like that, I think that layer of cheating is worse than using a macro. But both are cheating. But then you have like the unintentional like breaking the rules of like, oh, I didn't know you weren't allowed to do that kind of stuff.
A voi due come va? Finora tutto bene, ci stiamo avvicinando al tempio principale. Ricevuto. Sono il più vicino possibile alla biblioteca, ma c'è una sorta di barriera. Stiamo cercando di aggirarla, vi terrò informati.
I guess it kind of reminds me of the Olympics discussion people were having when they were accusing that Canadian guy of being a cheater. Like, yeah, I mean, technically the rules say you can't boop the stone, but he broke the rules. He didn't cheat. Like, I don't know. And also, like, people made a way bigger deal about that than I felt was warranted. I love that I get an ultra. I saw some people make the comparison, like, when a hockey player gets put in the penalty box, he didn't cheat, he just broke the rules of the game. SpongeBob cheated on his driving test. Like he had a man talking to him, feeding him the answers with a little radio under his hat.
Questo posto è pieno di guardie d'onore. Guardati le spalle.
Guardie! Eliminate questo verme! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Don't do it. Don't spawn next to me. Was that 3 or was that 4? I can't remember.
Le mie guardie sono troppo forti per te. No!
Lucky. Oh, maybe Lucky. Stay up here.
Il grande viaggio non sarà rinviato.
He's not even supposed to come up here. It's funny.
Pessime notizie. I Phantom stanno deviando. La flotta si prepara a sparare sulla nostra posizione. Dobbiamo andarcene.
Pretty good regret. we got another run cooking. Nobody's ever lost a run on this level, right? Definitely not me.
Ti avvicini a uno dei generatori dello scudo. Molti dei miei brut sono caduti nel tentativo di distruggerlo. Vediamo se saprai fare di meglio.
Except that one time. Yeah, and maybe those few other times too, but those are just warm-up. This is the real deal. Oh my gosh.
Cosa grossa e cattiva, vai via! Per favore, non tornare più!
Arbiter, hai raggiunto la fonte energetica dello scudo. Sovraccarica i blocchi che la tengono in sede. Non serve attaccare frontalmente un enforcer, specialmente quando egli hai schiacciato la fonte energetica fra le ore. Trova un modo per far che se ne vada. Quindi colpisci la bestia mentre ti dà le spalle.
Ok.
La strada verso la biblioteca è libera. Ci vediamo sulla cencia più avanti. Dannate macchine! Sfonda la parete, arbiter!
My last run that made it this far died right here in this room, which is a crazy place to lose a run. I have not lost a run here in so long. Let's not die again, please. Alright. We made it slightly further. We're not in the clear yet. There's still a lot of risky parts left on this level. This is the scariest part of maybe the whole game. Sometimes you just get shotgunned here. Don't shoot me. Alright. Going pretty good.
Negativo, signora, non sono Covenant.
Copriamo quell'ingresso!
Alright, I don't need the carbine. Don't need the carbine. Okay. This is one of the parts where I die pretty often. The end of Sacred Icon. Try to avoid. No. I should still be fine. They don't spawn, do they? Yeah, they didn't spawn. Wait on camo, even. Chill, guys. That was scary.
Cosa ci fai? Andiamo in campo fino all'arrivo dei rinforzi.
Almost died. Does this guy have a shotgun? He might. That wasn't everybody, was it? Those don't have to die.
Avanti, guerrieri, non temiamo né morte né dolore. Vai, arbiter, io ti seguirò quando arriveranno i rinforzi. Non fermatevi, sto arrivando.
might have been it. Never lucky. No, don't pick me up. What's happening? Don't rocket me. I got sniped. Frick. Could have done a different camo cycle, but I was gonna be dead pretty much no matter what there. That sniper was just gonna get me. I needed to keep my ghost, but I mean, how was I to know? I don't really feel like there's much I should change. I could obviously camo later, but camoing early there also keeps you alive. But both strats work. I think I just got. I think I'd probably get got doing it the other way as well. I think I just got.
Beh, immagino che comunque fosse obsoleta. La tua nuova corazza è una Mark 6, arrivata questa mattina da Songnam. Vaci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso, ok? Sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta. Ora disattivo gli inibitori.
Can somebody clip that? I think I just got dialogue skipped, didn't I?
Quando sei pronto, vieni da me al comando.
I wasn't paying attention, but I think I got dialogue skipped. Can someone clip the whole zapper section from the start? Like, look at the top light, look at the bottom light. I wasn't looking, I was looking at my other monitor. But the rhythm felt off. I think I don't speak Italian either, so I don't really know where it was at. But the rhythm still felt off.
Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto, Johnson, per cui tappati quella boccaccia. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto d'un pezzo?
Spiacente, segreto militare.
Ah! Vai al diavolo! E scordati pure che ti sistemi il mirino della tua A2.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Wood ha dimenticato di invitarlo. Ah, la Terra. Sono anni che non la vedo. Quando sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici.
Alright, we try again.
Guarda, Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme geostazionarie. Il fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare una nave da guerra Covenant. Con il fuoco concentrato di Atene e Malta, nulla potrebbe superare indenne questa forza da battaglia. stamattina che arrivano astronavi. Nessuno dice molto, ma c'è qualcosa di grosso nell'aria.
Thanks, Joe.
Allarme.
Watch that in a minute, see if I actually got what I think I got. You don't think so?
A tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento.
Quello non ci darà più problemi.
Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione. Vigilare le porte pressurizzate.
Please. First try.
Scorpi a quattro zampe!
Aprire le rastrelliere delle armi.
Sorry, bud. Couldn't save you. Let's see what I thought I got here.
Stanno abbandonando Atene.
Cortana, quadro tattico.
L'esplosione proveniva dall'interno di Atene, come per Malta. L'attacco dei Covenant era mirato all'inserimento di una bomba.
Allora è sicuro che ne hanno portato una anche qui. Trovala, capo.
Cos'è quella? Un'arma o...
Is it RNG? No, but it's pretty precise. And I guess it does have a small random component because the Marine who spawns next to it is random and he can like move the box. And just throwing the grenades is never going to be 100% consistent, so that's also a little bit random. So you need to put the box in a very precise spot, and then you need to move in a very precise way. Whether or not the enemies shoot at you is a little random as well.
Signore, gli assalitori sono nel centro di Budapest. Hanno una bomba.
Puoi disarmarla?
Così una nave mi spazio il capo mi porti a contatto con il detonatore.
Capo, raggiungi la bomba, in fretta.
Non riesco a crederci. Si ritirano. Abbiamo vinto.
Volontà.
Primo Echelon, vieni con me. Annientiamo quegli incrociatori uno alla volta. Secondo Echelon, tieni a bada i trasporti.
Registrazione di tutti i vascelli nemici a portata di mira. 13 incrociatori, 2 trasporti da Sarà un
beautiful.
I trasporti stanno sfondando, signore. Sono diretti verso il Cairo.
Cortana, concentra il fuoco sul primo trasporto. Ammiraglio, bisogna fare il possibile con il secondo.
Tutta informazione. Seguitemi.
No, I ain't get the plasma pistol.
ignorato, signore. È passato attraverso i detriti di Malta e si è diretto
Who
verso
needs a plasma pistol?
Giusto per farlo presente, ci sono dei ranger elite a guardia della bomba. Pensa a qualcosa.
No, he died.
Pronto
La missione non può aspettare, capo.
Diamoci una mossa, Marine. Ripuliamo il luogo dello schianto, via!
Filling that room without a plasma pistol is actually pretty hard. There's a whole lot you gotta keep in mind. I got kind of fortunate. I didn't get any ultras. A lot of times you can get multiple ultras, and they don't die to one plasma grenade, and they have the fastest shield recharge time. So you probably should save them for last, or make sure you get an open stick on them, and then can kill them after the grenade goes off. If you save them for last, you can pick up somebody else's plasma rifle and take them out. Or... But when the ultra spawn, you also know that there's at least one blue elite in the room. You want to stick one of them on the way in. And then if a second ultra spawns, you get a second blue elite as well most of the time. So the blue elites always die in one sword lunge. They also have the slowest shield recharge. And so you can nade them and shoot them, or like frag grenade, or just like shoot them straight up. Red elites have the medium amount of health, so you can grenade them and then shoot them like I did, or you can try to stick them. But red elites don't die to one sword lunge, so you have to damage them first before you sword at them if you want to make sure they die. If you don't, then they'll instant melee when they see your sword, and they'll like punch you as soon as you sword them, which is just death. So you're kind of juggling, like, you have to like look at which ranks you're fighting and where they're at in the room, and you're kind of juggling the optimal kill order. You're trying to pick them off like closest to you so that they're not shooting at you, but easiest kills, but also pay attention to who's flanking, who's moving around. I really like those kind of fights. That's why Hangar 2 is like my favorite part of the run, because you have to do a lot of that in Hangar 2. You have to keep track of like all of the enemies throughout the room while juggling grenades. So you have to throw plasmas and frags and switch back and forth. And you have to know when to time them and know where to aim. You'd love to see a tool-assisted run? Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see a tool-assisted Halo 2 run. It would probably be less cool than you hope, because I think it'd be a lot of butterflying and crouch launching and weird glitches that are like less exciting, but it would be cool to see what like a full tool-assisted run would look like. If you want to see a segmented run, look up Griffin's YouTube channel. He's got a couple that are pretty good. He's done some on Master Chief Collection and on Classic. Just search Halo 2 segmented runs. You'll probably look for the more recent ones. But in terms of a tool-assisted run, you start to enter the realm of stuff that's like humanly impossible. Like there are some strats in this game that like we know would technically be faster. No one's ever done them. So some butterflying and some crouch launches. There's a trick where if you crouch at the same exact frame that you shoot a rocket launcher, the rocket will explode, but it won't make the force of the explosion happen, so you can store the force. Every time you crouch, you basically eat the rocket, and if you stack them, you can eat like 10 rockets, if you can hold that many, and then you can trigger them all at once and get the launch of 10 rockets. So that's a trick that we know is possible on Regret, and it saves about a minute. Nobody's ever pulled it off in a real run, but there's a few places throughout the run where that's probably like a viable time save. You just have to like frame perfect eat rockets, and it's really hard. Yo, what's up, White Bear? Yeah, we just died at the end of QZ. But those kind of tricks are a little bit too hard for real runs. So there's like layers. But if you're doing a true tool-assisted run, you would do all of that crazy stuff, and the run would become kind of unrecognizable. I think probably too much so, where it would be a little bit annoying Like the strats would like butterflying everywhere would start to get old pretty fast.
Cerchiamo di evitare I sobbalzi, ok?
Yo, what's up, Toy Chest?
Muoviamoci.
I'm trying.
Siamo pronti?
It's hard, man.
Ehi, è stato lui, sia chiaro.
Turns out Jervis just the greatest. Impossible to dethrone. Nobody's ever done it.
Avrò bisogno di un medico.
Just a specimen of a human.
Non male come comitato di benvenuto.
I'll never forget, like, the first day I started doing runs, somebody came in and said, shouldn't this only take you a couple tries? And I knew right then and there, I actually responded, I said, no, it could probably take a week or two. And we're working on week number 2 now, so definitely, it's not easy. I could have had it already if I wasn't bad. I definitely choked that one on Great Journey. Kind of sad. But we'll be back. No, I'm dead. I might live. I should live. Yeah, I live. Three, 4. That's bad. I'm gonna get sniped here.
In quell'edificio sono intrappolati diversi marini. Concentrati sui rank.
Maybe not. I might get sniped here. Don't do it. Thank you. 2. What did I say? 40 something? This is actually fast. I'm not gonna go for early cycle though.
Il tenente è stato colpito appena siamo arrivati.
Chi è al comando adesso?
Il sergente Banks, signora. È di sopra. Vi farò vedere.
I maybe could have got it if I really wanted it. No need to throw away the run.
Quando ho chiesto dei rinforzi, non mi aspettavo di vedere arrivare uno Spartan. Abbiamo dei guai. Vedi questo sguardo? È terrore. Mori, ti ho dato il permesso di lamentarmi.
It's so laggy, it's hard to double shot. Can't get the second shot off. With everything walking into view, it's so laggy.
Marine, dobbiamo far fuori uno scarab.
down. Ok.
Noi siamo la mano dei profeti, e tu sei la loro spada. Sii rapido e silenzioso e sradicheremo questa eresia senza incidenti. La tempesta ce l'ha sul nostro amico, e forse ha disattivato la loro rete locale. Possiamo contare sull'elemento sorpresa, vero?
I do this level slow on purpose, so we'll lose some time on this split, but for the most part, we'll be green on every run we do. The strats I'm doing are just faster than what Jerv does. The splits don't really matter to me. I'm not even like worried about how red or green I am, because if I complete a run, I know it will be faster just based on the strats I know I'm doing. I should end up with like between like a 145 and a 150 if I get a good run. The hard part is just not dying. I have to complete the strats without dying. But I'm doing basically everything except this level faster. I'm choosing to go slow on this level because I was just tired of losing runs. I try to take inventory of where I'm dying and make adjustments, and this was just one of the places I was dying way too much. Chill. Who's needed? I heard a grenade for a second.
Altri eretici nel passaggio sotto di noi. Dobbiamo farlo uscire.
This is what is supposed to be safe. These guys are gonna kill me, man. Can't get him. Get owned, idiot. That was supposed to be the safe strat, and I almost died like 3 times, so that's cool.
Vieni fuori e ti prometto che avrai una morte rapida.
Don't spawn. Don't shoot at me. That's so bad. No, no, no. How am I getting shot from behind? Wait, is that real? They're unveiling the new Mario 64 tasks on Summer Games Done Quick. That's gonna be hype. we were just talking about tool-assisted speedruns. There's been a group of people working on Mario 64 120 star. The last 120 star task was like 10 years ago, so it's been quite a while. The new tech, if you've kept up with Mario in the last 10 years, you've seen that they do like crazy parallel universe stuff now. They're going to be using that in the new world record. They're unveiling that task at Summer Games Done Quick. That'll be hype.
Vacci piano finché non padroneggi le nuove funzioni. Ok, verifichiamo il sistema di puntamento. Guarda la luce in alto. Bene, ora guarda la luce in basso. Perfetto. Di nuovo la luce in alto. Ci siamo. E ora quella in basso. Ok. Sembra tutto a posto.
The trailer for the previous task was one of my favorite speedrun videos of all time. They made like a hype video that was like announcing the release date, and it included like snippets of the strats that were going to be used, and it had music. It was like it was just one of the coolest speedrun videos of 2014. Bet I can find it. SimCC4 task promo name.
Se i tuoi scudi cedono, trovati un riparo e aspetta che l'indicatore ritorni al massimo.
Certo, può nascondersi dietro di me. Allora, hai finito col mio ragazzo? Ormai se la cava anche da solo.
La sua corazza è a posto, Johnson, per cui tappati quella boccaccia. Puoi andare, figliolo, ma cerca di non strafare.
Tranquillo, lo terrò per mano.
Allora, Johnson, quando mi dirai come hai fatto a tornare qui tutto
That's the old hype video. They recreated that and made a new hype video for it with the new strats.
Oh, oggi è davvero di buon umore. Magari Lord Hood ha dimenticato di invitarlo. Ah, la Terra. Sono anni che non la vedo. Quando sono partito, la griglia di difesa orbitale era ancora un progetto nella mente dei politici. E ora guarda, il Cairo è soltanto una delle 300 piattaforme geostazionarie. Il fucile Khan potrebbe trapassare una nave da guerra Covenant. Il fuoco concentrato di Atene e Malta, nulla potrebbe superare indenne questa forza da battaglia. È da stamattina che arrivano astronavi. Nessuno dice molto, ma c'è qualcosa di grosso nell'aria.
Alright. This might be my last round of the session. I don't know, I probably need to eat.
A tutte le unità, ai posti di combattimento. Questa non è un'esercitazione. Ripeto, non è un'esercitazione. Utilizzare le porte pressurizzate.
Togliti la maschera, dai, non puoi essere così brutto. Ah, mancato. L'ho riempito con proiettili.
Aprire le rastrelliere delle armi.
Sono stato colpito.
Stanno abbandonando Atene.
Cortana, quadro tattico.
L'esplosione proveniva dall'interno di Atene, come per Malta. L'attacco dei Covenant era mirato all'inserimento di una bomba.
Allora è sicuro che ne hanno portata una anche qui. Trovala, capo.
Cos'è quella? Un'arma o un
You chill out. No one's fine. What damage? Please don't kill me.
Avanti, capo, qua.
Ero quasi a bordo quando sono comparso.
Non tema, signora, siamo qui.
Yeah, you can save guns there with some complicated glitches. It's not easy. He's scripted to die, but you can skip those scripts.
Hanno una bomba.
Puoi disarmarla?
Sì, ma avrò bisogno che il capo mi porti a contatto con il detonatore.
Primo Echelon, vieni con me. Annientiamo quegli incrociatori uno alla volta. Secondo Echelon, vieni a bada ai trasporti.
Registrazione di tutti i vascelli nemici a portata di mira. 13 incrociatori, 2 trasporti d'assalto. Sarà un inferno.
Ehi, guardate! Malta ha già respinto gli assalitori.
I trasporti stanno sfondando, signore. Sono diretti verso il Cairo. Non riesco a crederci. Si ritirano. Abbiamo vinto.
Ammiraglio, bisogna fare il possibile con il secondo.
Tutta informazione. Seguitemi.
Il primo trasporto ci ha ignorato, signore. È passato attraverso i detriti di Malta e si è diretto verso la Terra. Giusto per farlo presente, ci sono dei Ranger Elite a guardia della bomba. Pensa a qualcosa.
Chill. I think I'm gonna take a break. I don't know. I lost a couple of good runs already. I think I might come back tonight, who knows, but we got one to Quarantine Zone that was pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to take a break though. I really appreciate everyone for watching and supporting, hanging out. One rates Loth, cheer him on. He's probably having a bad day. I haven't watched him yet, but I'm just guessing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks again for the support. I think I'm gonna come back tonight. I'm not sure, but I think I will. See you guys.